Smells like a Beanie Baby store.
Inside this bag is a spirit that became one of the most infamous bottles in America. It's loved by millions, hated by just as many, and recently its makers decided to do something nobody expected. They gave it the small batch premium treatment. You've almost certainly seen it lined up at a bar, usually poured as a shot. It's fiery, it's sweet, but what happens when you pour with no label, no assumptions, just unfiltered opinions? Right now.
You got more brown water? More brown water?
What are we going for here?
We got some light, some thick.
Spiced.
Intense cinnamon right away. And this is probably just because I had them recently, but I'm getting a lot of hot tamales, which is also a cinnamon.
It's got the like cinnamony big red kind of a smell.
Just tons of cinnamon.
Smells nice and thick and cinnamony.
Something about it smells also just like sweeter.
Almost fruity. Sweet, a little bit of cornbread,
Apple smell in there too.
some apple, cherry.
Smells like potpourri.
Smells like a Beanie Baby store. Don't you remember those? It was like the store that sold potpourri, Beanie Babies, old lady things, and like Pokemon cards. That's just what it reminds me of, Beanie Baby stores. That's what I'm going to call it.
Oh, I wonder if this is an Amberana that's just saturated in Amberana.
It makes me think Fireball right away, which kind of hurts my feelings a little bit.
Why does it smell like fancy Fireball?
No, it's Fireball smells.
You think this is Fireball?
It's Fireball smells.
Wait, you go from exotic jungle wood to Fireball.
I want to say it smells better than Fireball, than that like artificial crazy cinnamon. But that potpourri is telling me Amberana. I get a potpourri, so it's from Amberana.
So this brand started life way up north in Canada. It's the mid-1980s, and back then it had a totally different name, Dr. McGillicuddy. It was part of a line of flavored liqueurs, and for years it stayed tucked away. Then in 2001, it hit the US market. By 2007, they rebranded, slapped a different label on it, and boom, party culture adopted it overnight. And very recently, the company behind it dropped a limited Father's Day release. Only 618 bottles went online, and that was the very first time this brand had ever done a small batch edition. So the hype is there, but how does it drink?
Pinky up. Whoa, that's sweet. Yeah, yep. I tasted that sweetness immediately.
It's really sweet, Christmassy.
The Red Hot thing's coming out again. Like, it's sweet like Red Hots as well.
It tastes like Big Red Gum. Red Hots.
Is this syrup? Why is it so thick?
It's so thick. Christmas decorations and Beanie Baby stores.
You're getting your classic caramels and your vanillas as well, but that cinnamon is so strong in there.
Yeah, like a spicy candy. It tastes like a spicy candy. It's candy. This is alcohol for children.
Well, hold on. Hold on.
Right, YouTube?
No!
This reminds me of a liqueur for sure. That's like a triple sec almost. Kind of tastes like Fireball. I'm not gonna lie.
It's giving me a lot of Fireball vibes.
That's Fireball.
Is this Fireball?
Yeah, no, that's got to be like Fireball. Really strong on the Red Hot.
This is Fireball. It's actually way better than I remember.
Is this... Okay, I'm thinking it's the barrel-aged Fireball, which I've seen at a store once.
Why?
It's just the dried plant of the potpourri. Like, everything's so buried.
Today's video is sponsored by Delete Me. Now, let me ask you this. How many spam calls, junk texts, and sketchy emails did you get this week? That flood of nonsense isn't random. It comes from data brokers. They scrape and sell your personal information, your name, your phone number, your email, even old addresses. They package it up and resell it to marketers and spammers. Now, legally, if you tell a broker to remove your data, they have to comply. The problem is there's hundreds of these sites, each with their own hoops to jump through. And the technically correct way to request a takedown, it's tedious, it's time consuming, is like, you don't have time to do this. If you're gonna try to do it, then basically congratulations, you have a full-time unpaid job. Delete Me handles that grind for you. Their team finds your data across data broker sites. They file the removal requests, and they keep monitoring to make sure its day is gone. And while no one can erase an entire broker database, Delete Me keeps pulling your data out again and again, so it makes a real dent in the spam. They even send you privacy reports and a dashboard showing where your info is found and what's been removed. Go to joindeleteme.com/whiskeytribe and use code whiskeytribe for 20% off. Thanks again, Delete Me, for sponsoring the video. To get your data removed from the internet, check out Delete Me via the link in the description to get 20% off. So this beer comes from the Sazerac Company. It's the same folks behind Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare. Normally, it's a blend of Canadian whiskey and cinnamon flavor bottled at 33% ABV. That's just 66 proof, so it's a lot lower than your standard bourbon. And at this point, a bunch of you realized exactly what's in this bag, but here's the twist. For the first time ever, they let it rest in charred American oak barrels. About 3 months in wood. It's just enough to sneak in just a hint of smoke, maybe some oak beneath all of that cinnamon heat. So this is a more premium version of their best-selling spirit. By best-selling, I mean the sales are monstrous. It's just, we'll get there. But for now, how much do you think this premium costs?
25.
$25.
I think this costs $20.
I mean, as a liqueur, you can't pay more than $30, $40 for a bottle, so I'm guessing around 25, 30.
It's smooth enough that I don't think it's terrible. I'm gonna put it in the $40 range.
My personal preference on a scale of 1 to 10, I would honestly give this, dude, as like a dessert candied alcoholic beverage. This is a freaking 4 or 5.
4. It's just too sweet. I'm not big on sweet stuff.
2.
I could sip on this. I would rather throw it into a cocktail. Not bad though. I mean, I give it a 5 out of 10.
Probably looking at a 6. It doesn't seem like it's necessarily low quality. I don't think it's literally Fireball. I don't feel like I'm getting that kind of cheap Fireball chemical sheen, maybe is the word to put with it.
Okay, you know what? No. Sorry. Personal preference, because it's too sweet, I would take 3 or 4 sips of this and be done. So actually maybe like 3 or 4.
It is Fireball.
Fireball. It is the barrel aged.
It's Fireball.
It is literally Fireball, okay.
Yes, it's Fireball, but
But it's small batch. Dragon Reserve.
Dragon Reserve. Okay.
It is fancy Fireball!
It is the Reserve. I wasn't far off. It's premium Fireball.
What? Oh my god, I nailed it, dude. This is crazy.
Why is it so freaking sweet?
Whiskey with natural flavors. That's the scary part.
And it's small batch,
well,
so it's special.
you're looking at the first barrel-aged Fireball, and it was launched for Father's Day 2023 with a small batch of exactly 618 bottles, a nod to the date, 618, and it's priced at $19.99, so about $20. The packaging got a little bit of a glow up. You got a cork on top with the dragon still front and center.
But is it actual whiskey? The original Fireball is not considered whiskey.
It says whiskey on the label, but under US law, this thing doesn't actually qualify as a real whiskey, because instead of just grain, water, yeast, barrels, and thyme, they went with a shortcut. At its core, it's Canadian whiskey, the light, blended kind that's usually column distilled to be clean and approachable. Then they hammer it with cinnamon flavoring built from extracts and oils. Next, they sweeten it, sugar, corn syrup, whatever it takes to soften the burn and make it syrupy enough to shoot.
Just barely. Fireball almost eats out all the caramel and the vanilla. You just barely get to it, but it is a better Fireball. I'll give them that.
I haven't had Fireball in probably well over a decade. I don't remember it being that sweet and syrupy.
There is more of a kick to it than usual. But I thought that was coming from me just not having any alcohol today and this being the first thing I try. So I'm like, it's kind of got a kick. But now that I keep trying it, it does have that char spice to it.
It's a little bit nicer on the nose and also on the tongue versus Fireball just tastes like pure garbage.
How long was it aged for?
Months, not years.
Oh, okay. So it's just they're just we're just gonna touch a barrel. Yeah, we're just gonna diddle a barrel real quick and then release this.
It's not whiskey for children, and there was no diddling that happened.
That's the opposite of what I'm saying.
And notice the proof. That's 33% ABV, 66 proof. Normal whiskey has to be at least 40%. So legally, this is a flavored whiskey liqueur.
So you could probably still get this at a gas station in Texas.
Is that your criteria?
Well, for Texas, yeah, because if it's a whiskey, you can't do that.
And that limited small batch run of just 618 bottles, when people bought up the Dragon Reserve, Fireball just kept making it.
Oh, I thought it was a limited run special edition.
Was this part of the 618 or is this just...
I highly doubt it.
okay.
But they still kept small batch?
Yeah.
So small batch, it's a meaningless term. There's no standard definition or regulation. You'll find it on bottles being cranked out by some of the biggest brands on earth. But Fireball knew that, and I think they put it on the bottle with tongue firmly planted in cheek. When you read the back of the label, they know what they are, and they're having fun with it. The origin of Fireball Dragon Reserve is as mysterious as the pyramids of ancient Egypt, UFOs, or the sudden urge to use the bathroom every time you're at a bookstore. Untraditionally claw-crafted, Fireball Dragon Reserve balances subtle notes of oak, cinnamon, unbridled confidence, cinnamon, the sudden urge to throw a day party, spicy stuff, euphoria, and more cinnamon. Yeah, they're digging around. They're having fun. But is it going on your shelf?
My personal shelf. No, I will not.
No.
No.
If somebody bought this for me as a gift for $20, sure.
You know, I'm just not drinking with a whole lot of sorority girls these days, so probably not going on my shelf, to be honest.
Were you ever drinking with a lot of sorority girls?
Never as many as I had ambitions to.
$20, guy. No.
I just won't drink it very much.
I could probably slip in a cocktail at some point.
I would put it up there, and then when people like Brianna come over, and I'd let them try it.
If I'm like, man, I'm really in the mood for candy, but also booze, I would definitely drink. It would be higher.
You do have a sweet tooth.
I do occasionally have a sweet. I also have a salt tooth. I just have teeth, to be honest with you.
Time for a little reality check. When you think of the best-selling whiskeys in America, most people immediately picture Jack Daniels at the top. And if we expand the definition of whiskey to include Fireball, the numbers tell a different story. So here's the US leaderboard for whiskey sales measured in millions of 9-liter cases in a single year. Number 1, Crown Royal, a Canadian whiskey. They move 7.2 million cases. Right behind them at number 2, Fireball, cinnamon whiskey. Yeah, bigger than Jack Daniels. Fireball is selling about 7.15 million cases in the US per year.
If you consider it whiskey.
If you consider it whiskey, yeah.
And not juice for kids. Candy booze.
No.
For children.
No.
It was the biggest thing that everyone drank all the time. Even me, I'll admit.
I remember taking shots of Fireball thinking it was like, oh, it was cool, yeah. Back in my day, it was more Jaeger bombs.
You almost have to have it in a bar anywhere you're at, and you have to keep it in the freezer because you're going to get a 20-year-old every day that needs a frozen shot of Fireball.
It goes Crown Royal. He doesn't want to look at it. Number 3, it's the classic American Titan. You got Jack Daniels clocked in at 6.78 million cases. And 4th, Jim Beam, flagship bourbon, sitting at 6.09 million cases. And rounding out the top 5, the global Irish heavyweight Jameson with 4.24 million cases. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next Blind Booze episode. And if you really want to keep this ridiculous experiment going, consider joining us over at Patreon. That's where the tribe keeps the whiskey flowing, the cameras rolling, and the brown bags coming. Until next time, may your shelves be full and your guesses only mostly wrong. Cheers. It's just Red Hots, man. It's just Red Hots candy.